Hey guys, so Tracy mentioned that she thought I should show my girls, they would be my chickens, in one of my videos, so I plan on recording today and thought I would show my babies. Here they are. They haven't been coming out a whole lot because there's a little bit of snow on the ground, but I pulled out their mealworm treats and they will come out for those. So let me open up the run here. Hi, babies. Hi, guys. I know you want some food, don't you? So this right here is Sassy, I think. No, I think that's Buffy. That's Sassy. That little one with the red head is Fox. That dark one right there is Sherlock. That white scraggly looking one is Hedwig. She's molting. She's looking pretty rough. And in here is the Diva running back in. That is Buckbeak. Who wants their mealworms? These things are so gross. Legit. I just got a low battery. This is the second time here. Look at those. Don't those look nasty? Blech. But they love them. Here, girl. Those are my girls. Actual stitchy stuff to follow. Hey guys, doing probably, I guess, an end of month update. I don't know exactly how this is gonna go because I actually have my 2-year-old in his room. He's, oh wait, you might be able to hear him. He's playing with the iPad because that's what he does. But I wanted to get this done and I wasn't sure what the rest of my day was gonna look like. So here we are. Hope everybody's had a great last half the month. He's really happy in there. He's laughing at one of his videos. So this is basically just what I've been working on the past couple weeks. I don't have any new stash. I don't have any new starts because I've had enough starts. Simply just what I've been working on and then what my rotation is going to be next month, which I wrote down in my planner and don't have my planner with me. So that'll be interesting. So let's just go ahead and get started. I have been working on my Heaven and Earth design challenge, the Facebook group challenge, which is the 1,000 stitches in 10 by 10 blocks, diagonally, only touching with the corners. So I've been working on that. I'm still not done. This is slow going for me. I don't know why. I hope it's just because I'm going diagonally and the whole project isn't like this, because this will then be the only Heaven and Earth design that I ever do, because it's wretched. So this is what I have done so far. That top one was what I had done for my first start, so I'm not counting that. So I think I have 8 squares. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't know, a couple are white, so they're harder to see. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And the threads parking is stupid. So I have 8 done, 8 out of 10. I'm gonna try, it's the 28th today, so I'm gonna try to do 100 stitches tonight and 100 stitches tomorrow and then call it good, and it will go away until it comes up in my rotation again, or when the next challenge comes out. I'm not sure. And I think I must have put my device the wrong way because I keep looking over here for my camera, but my camera's right there, so I'm sorry if it looks like I'm looking off into space. The next thing that I worked on a couple times was Save the Stitches. So I've decided that this is going to be my weekend project. So Friday night, Saturday night, and Sunday night, I'm going to try to work on it for at least an hour. But really I want to make it my main project for the weekends because it's so slow going. It's making me nervous. I did show it on my last video. There was the one square that was not right, one of my patterns. And Nell said, Nell from Little Yellow House Crafts, if you're not watching her, you should be, go look her up. She's like, rip that out. Rip that out, you'll feel better about it. And she was right. So I ripped it out. It wasn't nearly as traumatic as I thought it was going to be. And then, God, this fabric is just freaking massive. I felt better about it after that. So this is where I am. I got that one whole pattern part done, and then I'm starting on this second one. I should hold it like that. Hopefully you can see that because I can't see what I'm doing. I really do like it. I haven't gotten into the groove yet on this one. With this one, I figured out pretty quickly how to do the stitching so that it made sense and it just went really fast. This one, I still haven't figured out my groove, so it's hard for me. But God, it's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. So I'll be working on that again tomorrow for the weekend. I hope to at least finish that pattern part. That would be good. I'd feel happy about that. It's definitely not quick though. It's not quick for me. It's not quick for me. Sorry, rustle, rustle. Rustle, rustle, rustle. I've also been working on bits and pieces, and I worked on this last night. That's why it's still on the Q-Snap. My KLT Charting Owl Stitch Along, Mystery Stitch Along, and here's my little owl so far. If I did that, that's better. I am doing this on Mo Sale fabric, 28 count Monaco. The outline of this owl is in Carrie's Creations Garnet, which is a cotton, and then this inside is Mo Sale cotton Eric. I'm not thrilled with this project. One, I might have said this the last time, I don't know. One, the holes in this 28 count are ridiculously small, and maybe that's because it was over dyed or hand dyed or some type of dyed, I don't know. So it's super tiny to put my needle through. And secondly, the floss that I chose obviously has a lot of that beigey gray, which just blends right in, which doesn't make me very happy. But it's too far. I'm too far to stop now. And it'll be fine. The second owl came out yesterday, so I really would like to finish this one and get started on the second one. And I'm doing them, even though they aren't coming out monthly, they're coming out like every couple weeks. I'm doing them as they would come out monthly in the birthstone colors, gemstone colors. So maybe I'll work on that some more later. I don't know. We'll see. I have my notes down here. That's why I'm watching. I did work quite a bit on my Satsuma Street Hustle last week. I was just feeling it. I needed the bright colors. It's been a rough couple weeks here in this house. There's been a lot going on. And I have been stressed to the absolute max. It's been rough. So I'm trying, stitching at night sometimes relaxes me. Sometimes it doesn't. And then you just have to go to bed at 9 o'clock like I did a couple nights ago, which was actually pretty awesome. I needed the sleep. So here's where I'm at with Hustle. It's the G for good and happen. Good things happen to those who hustle. All the charted floss, and this is 16 count Mystic, 16 count Ada in Mystic from Picture This Plus. So I really like that. That, I don't know that that's going to come up again until it comes up in my rotation. So remember, you might not remember, I remember though, I was going to start my rotation the 1st of February, which is what, Saturday? Saturday the 1st of February. So I'm going to try to stick to that in these last couple weeks after the Cross Stitch Crazy 2016 challenge. I've just been working on stuff that I like. So it's been a lot of fun. That's going to go away. Bye-bye. See ya later. The last few days I had been working on my peacock feather pattern. It's peacock feather eyeglass case, though I don't know that this is going to be an eyeglass case. I think I said that before. But I made some pretty good progress on it. I really like it. I have cat hair in everything. I don't like the fabric because it's the uneven even weave and it frustrates me. But it's still pretty. It's even prettier now that I've put it away for a couple days. So this is where I've gotten. I got the top part of the feather, the inside done anyway. There's still all sorts of little tenderly things to go all over, and then the stalk to go down. I guess it's not a stalk. It's the feather part. It's a feather, not a plant. Whatever. So here it is. And look at those funny little rectangle stitches. What are you going to do? Uh-oh. Oh, there it is. So, yeah, I really like that. The colors are gorgeous. I'm really into bright things right now. Which is funny because a couple of obviously my Save the Stitches and that Heaven and Earth designs are all black and gray. Not my bag. Not my bag, baby. And then the last thing that I worked on, which actually was earlier in the last couple weeks, that's my owl, put that up there, it'll fall, was my Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery Woodland sampler. And I just worked on it, I think, a little bit, maybe even just one night. I didn't get terribly far. I started working on February. I had plans of trying to get February done because this isn't a piece that I'm doing monthly. This is something that will go into my fictitious rotation. But this is as far as I got. So there it is. This, if you've worked on it, you'll know, but this is going to be a raccoon. So this is part of his eyes. The month is done in the same Dragonfly Lotus silk that the word January is done in. And I can't remember what the silk is called now. Something rain, something sky, who knows. And then there's the moon, and this dark blue is going to be completely filled in, which is weird because it's the only one, I think, in the pattern that's completely filled in. So it's going to stick out, but it's neat. It's going to be a lot of stitching, though. That's going to take forever. But I like it. I like it. It's a nice quick stitch. And what I meant to say last time when I kept saying, I'll get back to that later, I'll get back to that later, and then totally never got back to it, is that most of my stitching time is after like 8 p.m. or lately it's been right around 7 p.m. because my kids don't nap a whole lot anymore, so then they go to bed at like 6:30. 7 o'clock is late because they get grumpy. So I don't usually get to sit down and stitch until the evening. But sometimes, like right now would be a time I could sit and stitch because Axel's in school and Archer is literally, he's laying in his crib. He's probably sitting in his crib. I just heard him jumping. And he has the iPad and he plays ABC Mouse games. That app is wonderful for those of you that have small children who really like to play on the iPad. ABC Mouse is one of the most awesome educational apps out there. My kids love it, both of them. So he's in there playing ABC Mouse and being super quiet. And sometimes I can steal 15, 20, 30 minutes while he's in there just chilling to stitch. But it has to be something easy. So I have been choosing things that are smaller, that might be on Ada. Like my first finish, that random threads that was on 18 count Ada, that was a daytime project for me. I could stitch on that while the kids were either running around or while they were in the bathtub or in the bed playing with the iPad or watching TV, you know, I could sit down and get 5 minutes in on that, which I think is important, just to be able to take a break once in a while. It's harder though now that they're not napping. So that woodland sampler one, even though it's a little bit bigger, it would be an easier stitch for me to do while they're awake. So I try to find smaller things like that. So I may pick those out and work them into my rotation. So speaking of my fictitious rotation, I looked at everything that I have started. I plan on the first week of February. We'll see how this goes. You'll find out when I let you know. The first week of February, I will focus on the Magical Creatures calendar February, which is a smaller block. So I think I should be able to get that done, hopefully in a couple nights. I will work on my second Brooks Books Advent animals, which I haven't decided if I'm going with Peter Polar Bear or the camel with the lipstick. I haven't decided. I might just go with the bear, because, you know, I'm a conformist. Who knows? So that will be the first week, plus Save the Stitches will be on the weekend. And then, and my owls, Sal, I need to fit in too. I just don't know how that's going to work. I haven't figured that out. The second week, I will be working on my Orchid Intrigue for the Stitch Mania We Love Stitching Sal, or I Love Stitching. I don't know if it's I or we. Excuse me. And there's also, I'm so thirsty. Kitty, dude. There's also, I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought, which is so easy these days. There's also a sale in the Cross Stitch Finish line. I think it's a Valentine's theme sale. So I'm going to work on that. Hopefully get that done in February. Try to work on that maybe, I don't know, maybe I'll work on that a little bit every day. Maybe I'll start it Saturday. I don't know how it's going to work. I'm just going to work on it. But then for the 3rd and 4th weeks of February, I will be working on my 12 Days of Christmas, which was the freebie that Plum Street Samplers put out in 2015. I want to work on that, and I haven't touched that since like November, I think, last year. The last time I actively remember working on it was when we were at my in-laws for Thanksgiving. So I'm going to work on that. I'm excited to pull that out again. I really enjoy stitching that. And then the last week is my Alice in Wonderland kit from Bothy Threads. So those are all of the things that I plan on working on in February. I will do probably a mid-month update. Maybe I'll have a couple little mini finishes done. Maybe I'll hold out until then when I get my Magical Creatures and my Advent Animals done. So you have something to look at. We'll see how it goes. It's been really, like I said, it's been really busy and really stressful right now. So I have noticed in the past week, my little stitchy bug, as we call it, has been trying to skitter away in lieu of like sleep. And I've been reading and I've been listening to audiobooks while I stitch, which is really awesome. And I think that helps me focus more. It gives my brains just something else to focus on, which is good. So right now I'm listening to Ready Player One. I can't even tell you who writes it because I didn't really plan on mentioning it, but I really like it. So it's called Ready Player One, and it's like a futuristic novel, but it has tons of 80s gaming references. So I sit here and I listen to it and I just crack up because I know some of the things that they're talking about, and it kind of reminds me, it totally reminds me of my husband right now, because my husband, back in the day, way before I knew him, played a lot of D&D. And if you knew my husband, met my husband, saw my husband, he is definitely not, he doesn't fit the regular D&D profile at all. But he's going to start playing again next weekend with a bunch of buddies that he used to play with when he was in high school and college. So there was a bunch of D&D references in this book that I just listened to a couple days ago. It was really good. If you're at all into the 80s, pop culture of the 80s, or into gaming, Ready Player One, check it out. It's awesome. So I've been listening to that, and then I did get approved for a few books through NetGalley, which Heather Stitches talked about. It took a minute. It wasn't as easy as she made me to, she led me to believe. But I have read 2 books from there, actually on my Kindle app on my iPod. So that's been a lot of fun. So I've been trying to do a lot of things. I've been doing other things besides stitching, which is probably why it's been a little slow going. I don't know. I'm just blabbing now. So anyway, that's it. That's all I have to show. I hope you guys have had a great first month of the year. Can you believe January's almost over? 2016 flying by already. Hope you all have been productive, and I will see you next time. Bye.